Good morning, pregame crew. How are ya? Hey, Tom, Shake and Bake, Revy, Donald, Greg, Keggers, Adam, Topher, where you been? Night Truck, Ray, Train Man Dan, how are you? Spaceball 1, Jungle Cat, hey Bennett, hey Paula, Duke the Fool, Catahoula Cur, Bug Girl, Success, Sam. Perfect Night Truck, thank you. I sure can, Sam. And Duke the Fool, gotcha. Mike, Tess, Hugo. Did y'all miss me? I missed y'all. Let's just start it out right. What's wrong with this chart? Nothing. Nothing. Monthly squeeze. Hurting the bears. Hurting them. Hi, Matthew. You been on vacation? Topher? Good. I hope it was fun. All right. Yeah, hit the like button. Why don't you? DUOL. Weekly pullbacks more than what bulls would have liked. Now on the next bounce, bears will be looking for a weekly lower high. Daily downtrend, you lost your key 50 MA. Nice lower wick of bulls buying the dip. It got oversold on the 4-hour, but it also got oversold on the 4-hour back here, and that didn't mark the low. Pretty weak considering how strong Friday was. Bears will continue to short this name as long as these hourly EMAs are overhead. Bears are in control of this name. Path. We've got a gap below that we need to be aware of. At 2031, this could be a daily bear flag. This does not look the healthiest right here at the 50 MA. We are looking for a weekly higher low, but now on the next bounce, bears have pushed it down that a lower high is possible. Same thing with DUOL. The 4-hour did not mark the low. That's not great for bulls, but at least they did take advantage of Friday and they're gapping up at the moment. So it looks good. 4-hour higher low, you have room for a 4-hour higher low. So aggressive bull is looking for a 4-hour higher low. An aggressive bear is looking to top fish 2293 or 2308. This could be a daily bear flag. It's not negated yet, and we are at this critical 50 MA. But I would say on this gap up, odds favor the longs in the short term. You know, cutting out Thursday, Friday to the public because it's been shocking that we haven't lost viewership Monday through Wednesday. I thought people would drop off. They haven't. Thank you for being here. JPM, what I have in the back of my mind on JPM is, yes, this is a lovely chart. Yes, new all-time high, blah, 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 that they got back here on earnings, but Jamie Dimon and his family will be selling 1 million shares this year. I don't know when that's happening, but it does just kind of stick in the back of my mind. You have enough room for a 4-hour higher low in the next pullback. The daily doesn't look great, but the weekly is just fine. Just fine. You are having a small gap up of 20 cents, just a small one. Hey, awesome, Lusmar, Dollar Tree, I love Dollar Tree, Squirrel Funds, Omar, Jim, Andre. Hey, Jay Hugs, thank you. Hello, Omar, Sohel, and Bixby. Hey, Corey. Mara is weak because Bitcoin's been weak, but let me show you something on Bitcoin real quick. This could be an hourly inverse head and shoulders right here forming. So just be aware of that on Mara. But Mara is weak. We're opening up inside Friday's range. Yeah, we're a little closer to Friday's high than Friday's low, but considering that Bitcoin's down, I would anticipate this with Mara. Odds favor a weekly higher low. Daily is not oversold. 4-hour got oversold, and that did not mark the low yet. So this is red in a very, very, very green market. So just take that into consideration. Bears are in charge of this chart as long as these EMAs are overhead. Bennett, I thought about that last night, that the Bitcoin weakness could be indicative or a canary for future market weakness. It's just hard to hang on to that narrative when we're in blue sky breakouts and we're bullish on so many different names. And so many names are in blue sky breakouts. Okay, BB. Double top at 346, 348, going sideways, barely green in a very green market. This is a weak chart. Y'all ready to get this show on the road? I can't show y'all my Twitter account because someone hacked me, so I'm still trying to figure it out with Twitter or X. I'll let you know. But we'll see. This is crazy. I had 2-factor authentication on. Whatever. Anyway, so I'm Chart Gal Lori, and I'm part of the Chart Guys community, and we teach technical analysis. Every morning I go over this table, which is very, very bullish. The only thing that's red is Hang Seng and Bitcoin. Hang Seng was weak overnight. Most of the Asian market, Shanghai Composite, they were red overnight, pretty weak. Economic data today is weak, but let's set ourselves up for the whole week and for next week. Okay, let's get our bearings. So I'm going to change our filters, and I'm going to say I only want 1 and 2 star, I only want 3-star events. So we have S&P global numbers on Wednesday, GDP on Thursday, PCE on Friday. We have a boatload of earnings this week. We have Netflix tomorrow after close. Well, today we have United Airlines after close. We still have some banks trickling in. We have GE tomorrow. AT&T. We have Tesla on Wednesday and IBM. We have Intel and Visa and American Airlines on Thursday. And I mean, just a plethora of XLE names are now starting. American Express on Friday. Lots of earnings. The following week, we have Apple, Meta, Microsoft, and Google reporting. Next week is the Super Bowl of earnings. And next week is the Super Bowl with the FOMC interest rate decision. Here, next Wednesday, ISM data. We got a lot of data next week. JOLTS, non-farm payroll, and we've got a lot of earnings. So the FOMC interest rate decision absolutely does and will impact the market. We don't know what he's going to say. It's hard to anticipate. Right up here near all-time high, it's hard to anticipate how it would go. Could we see some healthy consolidation? And before I forget, I want to remind y'all that, well, what do I want to remind y'all? It just slipped my mind. RSI, blue sky breakout. That's what I want to remind y'all. I've had a bunch of people ask me about, well, look at NVIDIA's RSI. Blue sky breakout. What does that mean? There is nobody overhead because the people that bought back here, they're already green now. There is no one overhead to sell their bags to you. There are no bag holders overhead. RSI means a whole lot less. So on the daily, yeah, it's 81, but who cares? It's blue sky breakout. So we just have to remember that it doesn't mean it can't slow down, that RSI can't slow it down. It's just not as important. Same thing if something's gapping up on news, RSI doesn't mean as much. So please don't factor in RSI and say, whoa, this has run too much now. I'm going to short it because RSI is 81. No, that's how you get yourself in trouble. Yep, lots of them are blue sky. Okay, so let's look at ES. Look at this monthly squeeze, y'all. I was pointing out to members this weekend on the video. You see these 3 bars? We just fired long in December. We fired long on ES. Typically, you can get 6 to 8 bars of continuation once you have a firing to the long side or to the upside. So we could have 5, 6 more months of this. This is still a bullish chart. However, we are not blue sky breakout yet. We need to get over 5028. NASDAQ, 17700 would be blue sky breakout. It is not blue sky breakout. RTY is weak, trying to get above this trend line on the monthly chart. On the daily, We could get a lower high compared to 2003. Bulls are trying to do something about it this morning, but overall, they're weak compared to NASDAQ. Dow is not at blue sky breakout either. We're right here, 28263, and we hit 157. We're $100 from blue sky breakout. Look at the squeeze. Look at this chart. This is powerful. VIX, we have a 2-week bear flag still forming on VIX. And then market bulls would love for this to be a 2-week bull flag as well on the dollar. However, the dollar is stronger than the VIX. We have this nice uptrend on the daily. We're getting hit with the 200 MA overhead. Market bulls hope this slows down the run of dollar bulls. So Hang Seng was red, 2.27%. DAX is green, 0.35%. Bitcoin, I told you about that hourly inverse head and shoulder possibility, but we're still in a daily downtrend and a 4-hour downtrend. And odds favor 4-hour lower highs on Bitcoin on any bounces. It's weak. Gold. I was watching these bulls try to get back up and over this trend line. I'm going to delete that now. We have the daily 50 MA overhead. We're rejecting overhead. We can't get through it. We have an upper wick of profit taking or bears selling into it there on the 4-hour. Looks like we just set our hourly lower high. Now, will we get a higher low compared to 2020? This looks weak. Oil is running into the daily 50 MA overhead. We haven't been able to get through it yet. 4-hour is not as clear for me. The hourly, we're in a downtrend now. We bounced enough and made enough room for a higher low compared to 72.56. Oil, I don't have as good of a read on. We're in our second weekly inside bar that's just starting right now. Nat gas got walloped. Look at that trend line bear break. That was something to behold. Talk about selling the winter news. Potential 4-hour bear flag. Nat gas is weak. Good morning. Good morning. There's 238 of you and only 73 likes. Come on, you can get that like count up and hit that subscribe button, notify button. Be a subscriber. I'll do my best, Hugo. I will do my best. I know I go a little fast, but it's because I want to cover as much material as possible. Apple is gapping up just barely, 192.19. Now, y'all, this gets me excited because I know what to do with gap ups. This is a clear rule of mine. If we maintain Friday's high as support, 191.95, bulls are in control. Watch these hourly EMAs on whatever chart you're watching. As long as they're holding, bulls are in control. And we're in gap fill territory. We gap fill at 191.73, and now we have filled that gap on Apple. Nice move up. And if you're a bear, would you want to hold into earnings next week with Apple? I don't know if I'd want to. Amazon, gap up, gap rules apply, folks. And if you're new here, I'll go through it real quickly. As long as bears are unable to reclaim Friday's range and Friday's range stays as support, that is a long signal. If bears are able to reclaim Friday's range and push it deeper into Friday's range, that is a sign of weakness. And that is true for any name you look at that's gapping up. What's wrong with this chart? Nothing. Nothing, nothing, nothing. And now I think it's time for my speech that I give about every 3 months. Remind yourself the market is designed to go up. The 500 S&P companies, they must be profitable to remain in SPY. If not, they get kicked out. SPY kicks them out if they are not profitable. They are only going after the best of the best. So it is truly designed to go up. So sometimes being a persistent bear or perma bear is not going to serve you long term in the market with the way the market is designed. Microsoft, we're gapping up. Gap rules apply. You know what to do. Netflix is different. It's gapping up, but it's still a little below this pre-market high from Friday, 48885. They have earnings tomorrow after hours. I don't trust. Netflix is definitely the weakest of our high beta. So we'll see if bulls are getting a little hesitant holding it into earnings tomorrow. Nvidia, what's wrong with this chart? Not a darn thing. This is a major, major back burner name, so keep it on back burner watch. Most of your semis will be on back burner watch, the ones that ran hard. So we have, what did I have up over here? Oil, okay. So NVIDIA is on back burner watch. The high of Friday is $5.95. As long as bulls are holding that, that means sellers are weak and stay with the long signal. Blue sky breakout. RSI means less. Tesla, we've now re-entered Friday's range. That is not a good look. Now Tesla is the weakest. It's weaker than Netflix now. So our high on Friday was 213.19. And we have since re-entered this range with this dip now. We've re-entered it. That is weak. Tesla earnings Wednesday after hours. And another thought I had this weekend about EVs. EVs have been taking it on the chin. The electrical vehicle space has been awful. Lucid, FSR, NIO, LI, XBEV, Tesla, taking it on the chin. And I think there's two reasons. I'm sure there are more. The cold weather. The cold weather makes these Tesla batteries not last as long. We live in a cold weather environment. We have Teslas. My sister has a Tesla, and it is just terrible. It performs terrible in the cold weather. It is just not what you want to have for a 200-mile drive because it gets so weak. And we've been having a lot of cold weather. The other reason is oil prices are going down. Well, if oil prices are coming down, then why do you need an EV? That was just another thought I had this weekend. Look how much oil's come down. From 2022, $117, we're now at $73. That makes the EV space not as attractive. I'm not saying it's not attractive, it's just not as attractive. So still just food for thought. Okay, Queen of the Mountain trades, PayPal. I've been talking about this weekly inverse head and shoulders for a while now. Look at Friday's candle. What a move. And we are in gap fill territory right now, and it fills at 72.50. We're over the daily 200 MA. This is quite a break. PayPal is on back burner watch. SMCI, what a beast. What an absolute teetotal beast. Back burner watch for 5 minutes. And you better bet my little alert is set on this one. Snow. Let's see, can I show you this real quick? Let me see if I can find it real quick. If I can't, I'll leave it alone. Yeah, I don't have it. I showed it on the weekend video. The snow calls from Friday went from 8 cents to $3.15 Friday. This is the type move snow can have. I like snow for a power move. And look at this daily EQ. We're coming off the 50 MA. And this is a name that hasn't had its big run yet. Of course, it's up. What is that? 60%? I mean, it's up nicely. 60%. It's up nicely, but still, it is not in blue sky territory. It's not at 52-week highs. And this thing can make a move when it starts moving. We're gapping up. What I would love is a pullback buy on snow, because I love this daily squeeze we have going on right here. Take two, another one with a daily squeeze. We're up here testing this 163.60. Next resistance, 164.85. We're gapping up. I like this for a 2-week bull flag. So I like take two and snow. They're my picks for the week. Assuming we stay bullish, PayPal, SMCI, NVIDIA, I love for back burner trades. So today, let's spell it out so we all are on the same page here. This is a day for aggressive bears to take tight stops if you want to top fish a level. And this is a day for conservative bulls because it is a day where bulls are in charge. So I always identify conservative with going with the trend and aggressive counter trend. And you are better served to be a trend trader overall. So if you want to trade something bearish like maybe Tesla because it's weak, that is an aggressive approach because the bulls have control of the market. And conservative bulls are just waiting for their back burner so they can go long. So just remember what type of market we're in. What is our overall trend? Okay. MNDY. This looks good. Volume's okay. It looks good. I mean, it doesn't make me get kind of hot and sweaty, but it looks great. No problem. Daily uptrend. Actually, the daily uptrend's not confirmed yet, but it looks good. Okay, ELF. I used to work for Estee Lauder in college. Daily bull flag on ELF, and I love ELF Beauty. I think they have a wonderful market with their price point. Estee Lauder's a little bit older and they're more expensive. They're just not as popular as ELF. That is a fundamental perspective. Weekly, you're looking for a higher low. Daily, you're in a downtrend. I would definitely stick with ELF for the long. UCAR. No problem, Duke. I'm here for you, man. Oh, these penny stocks just break my heart. Look at the high, y'all. $75. It's now 13 cents. That's how many reverse splits and dilution it's had. These are names just really set up to hurt people. It doesn't mean it can't run to $1, but they're set up. The structure, the debt, it's just lack of good intentions is what I've seen from companies like this. I did want to cover MSOS. Let's look at what it's doing. We're opening up inside Friday's range. I like how bulls bought the dip there with the lower wick, but we are looking for a daily lower high on this bounce compared to 905. Of course, that's without news. If we get news, then scrap that and we're probably going to a higher high. But I'll keep MSOS. It's up here. And 80% of the time, I have these charts ready to go. So if you're ever wondering, what is that crazy woman watching today? Well, here's what I'm watching. Apple, AMD, Amazon, Meta, Microsoft, MSOS, Snow, SMCI, Tesla, and Take-Two. And I have alerts set. So just because I don't have the chart pulled up doesn't mean I'm not interested. I just let the alert work for me. AMD, you're welcome. AMD has a very tiny gap up, very tiny. But we are in blue sky breakout. So it looks like it's sliding back a little bit faster than NVIDIA or SMCI. So if you're looking for a semis name, sometimes I will look for a semis name to short and one to go long. If I'm like in a long for NVIDIA and Snow and I have bigger positions, then I may go short AMD if it's not behaving. So I have some in the same space and it works out most of the time. PANW crowd looks good. Gapping up. Yes, success, yes. All right, is there PLTR? $15. Y'all know what I'm gonna say on PLTR. Exactly, apple bottom jeans. PLTR, I was interested in a long down here if that gap filled. It has not filled. We're gapping up and we're breaking to daily higher highs. That's great for the bulls. Your support 1605, resistance 1706. You want to maintain this gap up. Looks good. If you want to get in long, you're waiting for a pullback to Friday's high for a potential long signal, especially if it holds. All right, I'm going to wrap this up. Potential daily bear flag. This is not a healthy chart. Not a healthy chart. Okay, I'm going to wrap this up and I am going to go get the stream started for TCG members. TCG members, I will see y'all over there in just a second. Y'all use stop losses.